Hello Namibia, a warm welcome to the NamAuto Show. My name is Shilongo and this is what you can expect on today's episode. Today we're visiting Pupkewitz Honda. We had the chance, of course, to speak to the dealer principal. Let's find out what he has to share.
My name is Schalk Burger and I'm the dealer principal of Pupkewitz Honda. So the Pupkewitz Motor Division acquired the Honda franchise in 2009. And since then by Mr. Harold Pupkewitz, and since then we've been operating in Pupkewitz Honda here in Namibia, in Windhoek, and the brand has been growing ever since. Pupkewitz Honda, we're the only Honda dealership in Namibia, but with the group, what makes it quite great and what makes it efficient is that we can utilize the Pupkewitz branches throughout Namibia. So if you go to the north, if you go to the coast, all the Pupkewitz branches are allowed and are able to service your Honda vehicle and provide that service our customers need. We've received, in the 9 years we've been operating, Pupkewitz Honda Namibia has done actually great work, and we've done on the global scene with Honda, we've done very well with the motorbikes and with the vehicles, and we've received numerous accolades from Honda South Africa with regards to our selling and parts specifically. And I think all around it's been a team effort from the beginning, and we keep on building. Even in the tougher times, I think we stuck together, and with the great name of Pupkewitz Honda, we've actually made it sure that we can keep our client base and we can keep on servicing people in Namibia, and we can keep on growing the brand, this lovely product of ours. What makes Pupkewitz Honda different? That's a great question, and I think that's something that I ask ourselves every day and the team asks. I like the saying that we've come up with is that Pupkewitz, we're big enough that it matters, but small enough to care. And I think that's something that sometimes gets lost in business nowadays. With the Pupkewitz name, we can service your vehicle right across Namibia, and you've got that strong founder. I mean, the Pupkewitz company has been around for more than 100 years, so you've got that strong backing that's backing your brand. The Pupkewitz brand is backing Honda as well, and that makes it very strong and it makes it very national across Namibia. But with Honda, we're small enough that we can actually, every client that comes in, we view as family, and we try and build the Honda family, and we try and make that interaction as personal as possible and make the experience as personal as possible. So I think that's definitely something that sets us apart. At Pupkewitz Honda, we like to be the one-stop shop in the motor industry, and I think we've gone out of our way to actually accomplish that. So besides the fact that we're selling vehicles, new and used, and we're selling bikes, we're also selling the parts section, and I think that business is growing as we speak. And then the workshop, obviously, we service vehicles. But another thing that I think we do that adds value to the clients is we provide an F&I. We've got a dedicated F&I person on site, which helps the client with the financing and with the insurance part of the deal. And we also do the one-stop shop concept, where if you bring your vehicle in and it needs new tires, we do it here on site. If it brings in and it needs a new battery, we do it on site. We don't have to send you away. We try and make the client come here, and once they're here, we actually sort out all their vehicle issues for them. And I think that's something that we'll keep on building on, and I think that's something that our clients quite like, and they respond to it quite well. Okay, so on the efficiency of the sales side, I think there's been a few things that we've implemented to actually increase our efficiencies, because we've noticed that the marketplace and the customers, if it comes to buying a car, it's quite emotional, and we want to make sure that we handle that process with due diligence and with absolute care. I mean, so a lot of training has gone into the sales team to actually make sure that they can close sales efficiently and they can service the clients. In the end, when you buy a vehicle, the last thing you want to do is have paperwork that's holding up the getting of your new vehicle. It can take months to decide on a new vehicle, but once you've decided, you want to have it right away. And at Pupkewitz Honda, I think with the sales team that we've got, that's something that we definitely strive towards, to make sure our clients are kept in the loop. I think that's very important, that they know what is happening and how the process works. And then secondly, to deliver on the promises that we make and make sure that we provide excellent service. So on the service side, I think service side of giving our clients cars, I think we're winning all the way. The Honda Brio is obviously our entry-level model. It goes in automatic and manual. Then from the Brios, we move to the Ballada, which is your more family vehicle, more long distance vehicle, great on fuel economy, great space. Then from the Ballada, we move to the Jazz, the Honda Jazz, which I think a lot of the viewers also know. It's got the magic seats, so it's got that extra space. You can actually fold it down. It's a beautiful vehicle. Then from the Honda Jazz, we've got the new product that entered the market last year in October. And that vehicle is the BRV. It's the light SUV crossover. The BRV also won the Car Magazine's Car of the Year for light SUV crossover section in February, which I think we're very proud of, and we're seeing it do very well. So the SUV is typically for your entry-level SUV market. And then from the BRV, we move on to the HRV, which is an elegant, stylish upgrade SUV. And we've seen it also. There's a lot of them on the road. Probably one of the most popular vehicles within our range. And then from the HRV, we get the Civic, which is for your sporting type. There's a lot of power, there's a lot of speed. And then from the Civic, it's the CRV, which is of course our flagship. It's an SUV, it's the #1 seller in Europe, and we're doing great with it. The heat sales at Honda, I must say, currently with a new model coming out on the CRV, it's definitely the CRV. It's a beautiful vehicle, and it's a family vehicle. And then on the other side, where we're doing another one of our top sellers is the BRV, which is the entry-level SUV. The BRV is an affordable vehicle, and I think it's the perfect vehicle as your first SUV. I think buying a vehicle is probably the second most expensive thing that you will ever buy in your life, and I think it's a big decision, and I think it's something not to take lightly. And at Pupkewitz Honda, I think with the passion we've got, and with the expertise we've got here, and with the general care for people, I think that's something that sets us apart. And I think it's something, we don't just want to sell a vehicle, but we actually want to take your hand and make you part of the family, and actually walk a road with you for the remainder of the time, because we know this is a big investment, and it's not only for you, but it's also for your family. So I think at Pupkewitz Honda, that's something that we definitely strive for. And then of course, this is the place where we want to make dreams come true. That's why the signature says Pupkewitz Honda, the power of dreams.
Honda is quite well known for its reliability and strength. Today, we're reviewing the Honda Civic, and of course, this car has a lot to offer. But let's find out if its reliability and strength can come to play. Let's have a look.
Hello and welcome to the NamAuto Show. Today we are reviewing the new Honda Civic. First impressions, it's a great car. It's very spacious, extremely spacious, has a lot of USB charging ports, which is great for when you are on the travel, you need to charge your GPS, you need to charge your phone, anything. It's also jam-packed with lots of futuristic tech, which looks very good. It's just very futuristic and very modern, which is the thing I like about Honda in general, is they always have this thing to them that makes them stand out from the crowd. Back in the 90s, it was VTEC, and today it's the modern tech that you have in your cars with LCD screens and speedos and lots of packing place, great infotainment system. Honda just really never fails to amaze. All right, so to the interior of this car, jam-packed with great tech. Very futuristic looking, looks almost like a fighter plane's cockpit. It has an LCD screen as a speedo, which is very responsive, very quick, very fluent, which is important these days since most manufacturers' screens are not really fluent. However, these are perfectly fluent. Then you have this nice big 7-inch infotainment, which is full color. You can change the color even of the background. It's really nice to have. And it also has an HDMI port, meaning that you can actually watch movies on this on those long distance travels where you can actually keep your kids entertained and they won't bother you. Then it has many extras like heated seats, which come as standard. It has defogging side mirrors. This car has an auto brake function, which means if you're in traffic and you go meter by meter by meter, you just switch on the auto brake by simply pressing a button and the car holds the brake for you. You can move a bit and it'll hold the brake again. However, as soon as you move extended periods, it'll switch the function off by itself. So this car has what I've not yet seen before, complete touch stereo. There is no real button that you press. Your volume control is literally a small touchpad on the steering wheel. Same as with the infotainment system. It's all touchscreen. It's all very fancy and quite cool, actually. The Civic that we have here features a naturally aspirated 1.8-litre four-cylinder engine, which has 104 kilowatt and 174 newton meters of torque, which is more than adequate to get you around town. So the new Honda Civic looks extremely good. It's a very modern design that the car has, especially from the rear. It looks aggressive, sporty. It makes the car look fast while standing still. The new Honda Civic has a quite interesting and quirky feature. When you are driving calmly and slowly, it has two green lights in the dashboard, which kind of come out from the outside towards the inside. And if you get on it, it changes color to white. And if you're really hard on it, they go red, which I think is actually really cool. I assume it's for economy purposes. However, it looks really, really, really cool. Then this car also has a special economy mode where it switches off VTEC, giving you a little less power, but it promises to give you much better fuel economy. The Honda Civic really has a lot of interior space to put your phones, your wallets, whatever your heart desires. It has, in each door, it has a pocket. Beneath the center console, it has a pocket. Inside the center console, there's two cup holders and more space. Beneath the radio, there's more space. There's just everywhere there's space to put things. I think that's really cool. These days, I complain about cars having too little space, which I understand why. Since cars these days have to have many airbags, it's very hard to have a lot of space in a car as well. But Honda have really done a very good job at creating as much space as they possibly can.
Welcome back. It's time for the Me and My Ride segment, and this time around we're joined by Paulo and his BMW. Let's have a look.
Okay, my name is Paulo Gomez. This is 44's Auto. We do vehicles repairs on Beamers, modifications as well. Okay, this is a BMW E30. It has a standard motor inside. It's a 325i M20B25 motor inside, which is being turbo. It's running on half gas, 2 fuel pumps, 6 bars running on there, supplying fuel to the motor. We're having 500cc injectors supplying fuel, not more than that because the motor is standard. It's not been internal modified, so it's not capable to run at high power. So at the moment it's kicking out 300 kilowatts on the wheels, which is 528 Newton meters torque on the flywheel. That's the power that the car is giving. And yes, there is no much to say as the turbo nut, intercooler, dump valve, wastegate, boost controller matrix, button clutch. He has the 320D 5-speed box on it, original 325i. DUF ratios, standard as well. It's a LSD DUF. Yeah, from there, that's a normal radiator. There's no gas on it. There's no nitros. There's no water mat kits. There's nothing on it. So yeah, so basically that's all. And the car is totally standard. Interior, outside, there's no much modifications on it, but besides the bonnet that I cut off just to get some air cooling inside the car, the motor, sorry. Yeah. The red interior, it is the standard interior of the vehicle. Some of them came out with a red interior. This one has the red interior, and he has the IS seats on it, which basically came out with the car. The interior, there's not much inside the car to talk about because the car is basically standard, as you can see. There's obviously there's two gauges inside, which one is the fuel gauge and the other one is the boost controller, which I'm controlling. That's not original from the vehicle, which I need to control the car from there. If the fuel it's okay, if the boost is okay, I need to control all these items so I do not damage the motor of the car. So basically, further from that, everything is original. The front cluster, dashboard, seats, pedals, name it. There is nothing that's not standard of the car. Everything is pure standard of the vehicle. This vehicle, we use it more for drag racing. Yes, here and there, I do take it around just for the fun, you know, just to show about the car around. So I take it through the town and so on, and I bring it back, park it away. That's it. But mostly just for the races.
We're in episode 9, and by now, of course, I'm sure a whole lot of you guys want to own or buy a car. Well, financing might be an issue. Standard Bank is your solution. Let's have a look.
My name is Lerene Philander. I work at Standard Bank in the VAF department. I'm a mobile sales consultant. VAF stands for Vehicle Asset Finance. What happens here is clients come and they apply for vehicle loans. Basically, they'll come to me, the consultant. We'll do the application. I'll take in their documents and I'll submit the application. Once we get their approval, we'll let them know. We'll let the dealership know as well. They'll send us an invoice. We'll draw up a contract and client will come in. He'll sign or she'll sign for the contract basically, and we'll give them the delivery note. Once they get the delivery note, they'll go back to the dealership, they'll pick up their car and basically drive off with their dream car. Basically what I'll tell clients is nothing is set in stone. So even if they don't have the specific required documents, there's always a way around that. Like you might not have an ID document, but then it's because you lost it. So we get a declaration, or you've got your license. We'll work on your passport as well, but we'll need the application still to prove that you've applied for an ID document. If there's anything missing, it's not, we won't just decline you. We'll give you an opportunity to get an alternative, if I can put it that way. And then if there's something wrong on, say, your statements, you've got an unpaid or something like that, it doesn't mean we'll just decline you based on that. If you've got a valid excuse for why it happened, the debit was submitted too early, or your salary came in late, and we've got proof of that, then we can obviously look at your application and recommend the application. So there's nothing that can stop you from actually having your dream car. Yes. I'd recommend Standard Bank because we can give you your approval within the same day. By the next day, you can have your car. If the vehicle is ready and we've received the invoice, we can actually drop the contract and you can still sign the next day and get your car the next day. So with regard to that, I think Standard Bank is your best option. And the reason I'd recommend a client to take a vehicle loan instead of purchasing it cash is because of your cash flow. If you take the loan, you've got better cash flow. You can, instead of purchasing the vehicle cash, you can use that money. You can save up, you can get an investment and actually generate income with that investment instead of just putting that money in cash. Yeah.
next, we do something totally different. We visited iFun, a place for family and friends, and right after that, we go through the dirts with Motocross. Have a look.
Welcome, I'm Mariette from iFun Family Entertainment.
Hi guys, my name is Rick, I'm from iFun, and I just would like to tell you something about how we started this company. We started this company in March 2016 here at the SKW premises in Olympia, in Windhoek. And we've got a beautiful children's playground where we facilitate birthday parties and team building events. As you can see in the background, we've got a water playground with a big slide. You can see the kids coming down. The water system is a very special system. I quickly wanted to tell you something about that. It's based on semi-purified water, which is unlimited, it's not restricted. But we have a special polishing plant that cleans the water to safe standards for human contact, based on the standards of the city of Windhoek. And every week this water is tested on safety, whether it's clean enough, and I can tell you that I believe that here at iFun Family Entertainment we have the safest water quality in the whole of Windhoek, because we're the only commercial facility that's been tested every week. And we have also a recycling plant that then recycles the water every day, so we have a very little spillage. And currently we have a lot of beautiful specials and an amazing event coming up that Mariette is going to tell you something more about.
We've got a beautiful special running currently on our theme party setups. We also have the King's Day coming up, the Dutch King's Day. It's an orange event. It's celebrating the birth of the King of Holland. It used to be a closed event for Namibians. Now we've opened it up for the public, and there will be a lot of free giveaways on the day. You only have to pay $20 per person entrance. You have access to this beautiful park. The kids can play their hearts out the whole day. This event is taking place on the 27th of April from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 9 o'clock at night. Heineken is sponsoring big. They are giving a lot of free giveaways, hampers. There will be a Holland Heineken house. Now that is a first in Namibia, and there will be live stream from Holland. Streaming from that side the event with a lot of music. It's going to be fun. There's going to be stalls, souvenir stalls. There's also going to be a Dutch stall with our food from Holland, and showing people of Namibia what nice things you can get all in Holland. There will be second-hand stalls. There will be food stalls. There will be a kapana stall. There will be some alcohol-infused ice creams. There will be quite a bit of things available on the day. KLM is also sponsoring big, so you can buy a ticket for a raffle. If you win in this raffle, you get a ticket to anywhere in Europe. So don't miss that. Shell is sponsoring the venue, therefore the reduced entrance fee. There will be free go-karting for the first 60 participants on the day. So don't miss that. I mean, that's your ticket to have a lot of fun. If you can't otherwise afford it. Yeah, that is basically it. So don't forget, it's on the 27th of April from 3 until 9. And you can find out more information on our Facebook pages, iFun Family Entertainment Windhoek or Windhoek Go-Karting Entertainment, or you can visit our website www.gokartwindhoek.com.
Motocross, and of course Namibians are about to go out and ride their favorite bikes. It's quite exciting because you have it from the age of toddlers of like 5 years old all the way up. So let's have a look at what they're about to ride and who's going to follow their bike. Unfortunately not, but let's have a look at this. what's your name?
Wouter,
And you?
Lian,
And?
Yossi.
Okay, how old are you guys?
I'm 9.
And your name and how old are you?
Lian,
All right, you're 9. How old are you?
5.
5 and
8. 9.
9. All right. What bike do you ride?
65.
Nice. Okay, he doesn't ride yet.
65.
65.
65.
And do you enjoy it?
Yes, very.
Very much? One of the first winner for today, and he's pretty much excited. But let's give him a chance to talk. Tell us a little bit about today. Were you expecting to win?
Before the race, we had a lot of preparation in, and I worked for this. I work hard. I train every day, and we practice a lot. So I didn't expect to win. In motocross, you never can expect it, but if you work for it, you can achieve it.
This is my least favorite time of the show, but you know what they say, all good things do come to an end. This is all we had for today's show. Do make sure that you guys follow us on our social media platforms that are popping up right here and become part of our family. From me and the whole crew, it is goodbye. Have a look at what you can expect on next week's show.